Look at the arithmetic of space. We sit on a single blue sphere, orbiting an average star, adrift in a galaxy holding 200 billion other suns. We are a fraction of a speck in a terrifyingly vast expanse. Yet, for nearly 8 decades, the official stance of modern governments has been absolute. This empty vacuum is all there is. We are entirely alone. That strict narrative is actually quite new. If you trace the historical record back before the 20th century, human memory tells a completely different story. The idea of human isolation was a deliberate boundary placed on human thought, walling us off from what our ancestors already recorded. Evidence of this exists in the Tassili caves in the Sahara. Painted thousands of years ago, the artwork depicts stylized, non-humanoid figures with large, pointed heads, holding unfamiliar equipment. Move east to ancient Sumeria, and stone reliefs carved millennia ago document a similar anomaly. Here, human subjects are depicted standing below advanced entities, possessing distinctly non-human features and disproportionately large eyes. In West Africa, the Dogon tribe maintained detailed astronomical knowledge of the Sirius star system. They accurately described the orbit of a dense white dwarf companion star, a celestial body that is entirely invisible without a high-power telescope. These are geographically isolated cultures, separated by oceans and thousands of years. They possessed no means of cross-communication, yet they documented the exact same visitors and the exact same celestial anomalies. The visitation phenomenon forms a continuous, unbroken pattern woven into the foundation of human history, stretching far back before the atomic age. The break between that ancient understanding and our modern amnesia happened precisely in July 1947. This July 1947 press release is a historical record. In it, the U.S. Army Air Forces explicitly confirm they recovered a crashed flying disc on a New Mexico ranch. Exactly 24 hours later, the story reversed. The military issued a sudden retraction, producing a few pieces of tinfoil and rubber, and claiming the object was a high-altitude weather balloon. That single public relations pivot established the exact blueprint of redactions, denials, and official silence that would dictate government policy for the next 70 years. But suppressing a reality that large creates pressure. Psychologists call it cultural leakage, when a forbidden truth bypasses official censors and manifests in our fictional entertainment. For over 30 years, animated television shows have accurately broadcast plot points that later became global headlines. Among the most frequent themes woven into these broadcasts are visitations from elsewhere. A culture dreaming of the same secret suggests a collective unconscious attempting to process a reality the state refuses to acknowledge. That rigid wall of secrecy cracked in 2017, when the Department of Defense officially admitted it had been tracking unidentified anomalous phenomena. 3 years later, the Trump administration authorized the declassification of Navy target tracking videos. These recordings showed objects performing maneuvers that defy all known physics, shifting the discussion into the historical record. Then came the summer of 2023. A former intelligence officer sat before Congress and testified that the United States government possesses recovered non-human craft, along with biological pilots. The witness delivered these statements under oath to Congress, subjecting himself to the legal penalties of perjury. The cover-up has reached a breaking point. By their own admissions, the government's official 78-year narrative of isolation has fractured. This diagram illustrates the Drake equation, calculating the probability of active civilizations based on variables like star formation. When fed the raw data of our galaxy alone, the math resolves into thousands of potential habitable worlds capable of supporting life. Looking at the sheer density of a single galaxy, the arithmetic of existence is overwhelming. The conditions for life appear to be a standard feature of the cosmos. This alignment between statistical probability and modern military admissions suggests we are no longer looking for a possibility, but investigating a reality. But confirming their existence forces us to confront a much more difficult reality regarding their presence here. If non-human intelligence has been actively monitoring Earth since antiquity, passively watching us build civilizations and weapons, we have to ask, what exactly is their objective? The fact that they are here is public knowledge, but what they actually want is a secret the state is still desperate to keep.